At Toronto Pearson International Airport, the biggest and busiest airport in Canada, something startling happened in 2023. Based in Mississauga, this airport handled more than 40 million passengers that year. Here was a large-scale theft. One of the most enigmatic and bold crimes in Canadian history claimed gold and cash worth 45 crore Canadian dollars, about 33 million United States dollars. Let's explore this incredible true account. A Swiss precious metal corporation called Valcambi was collaborating with a Swiss bank in 2023 to transfer gold and money to Canada. Refining gold, silver, and platinum, Valcambi sent gold bars valued 20 million Canadian dollars. Apart from the gold, the Swiss bank dispatched 27 million Canadian dollars in cash for foreign exchange. The corporation and the bank recruited a logistics company to safely move such costly goods. This company then worked with Air Canada to fly the cargo in a secure container from Switzerland to Toronto. Air Canada Flight 851 touched down in Toronto at about 4 p.m. on April 17, 2023. The container containing the gold and money was being flown with this. Around 5:05 p.m., the container was offloaded and deposited at an Air Canada cargo facility at the airport. What happened next was genuinely startling. By 6:02 p.m., a truck arrived at the cargo facility. A man stepped out clutching an official-looking waybill, a form of shipping document that carries the cargo details. The document appeared real, replete with airport markings and official style. Trusting the papers, the personnel handed over the container. By 7:30 p.m., the man had the container loaded onto his truck and drove gone without raising any suspicion. No one noticed a theft had occurred. About 2.5 hours later, the genuine truck sent to pick up the container came. The driver was told the container had already been collected. That's when the airport authorities recognized they had been deceived. Someone had stolen millions in gold and cash with a false paperwork. Canadian authorities initiated an investigation. CCTV footage revealed the vehicle driving toward Highway 401. However, after a certain time, the truck disappeared from all camera recordings. Investigators suspect the motorist picked a route with no surveillance to avoid discovery. Luckily, the robber made one mistake. He removed one of his gloves when loading the crate. His fingerprints were retrieved, which helped identify him as Darren King, a truck driver who fled following the crime. As police investigated deeper, they determined this wasn't a single job, it was a well-organized gang operation. Several individuals were suspected. Ali Raza, a goldsmith who managed a store that melted gold into rings and other products. Authorities assumed he helped melt down the stolen gold. Amit Jalota, who frequently frequented Ali Raza's shop. After the heist, they exchanged 28 messages, prompting suspicions that Jalota carried the stolen gold to Raza. Raza claimed his store couldn't melt gold bars, just little stuff, and that Jalota was merely a customer, but authorities weren't convinced. The case crosses borders 4 months later. On September 2, 2023, in the United States, police stopped a rented car on the highway. The driver was none other than Darren King, who had illegally entered the US from Canada and failed to return the rental automobile. During a search, officers uncovered a bag full of firearms in the trunk. King tried to leave but was captured. At that moment, US police didn't realize he was connected to the gold crime, until they found his identity. Not only was he a gold robber, but he was also involved in gun smuggling from the US to Canada, where such weaponry are illegal and earn high prices among gangs. Police continued their investigation and discovered several more suspects. Arsalan Chaudhry, believed to be the mastermind of the scheme. On the day of the heist, he slept at a hotel near the airport and sent over 800 SMS coordinating with his gang. He is currently believed to be hiding in Dubai. Simran Preet, an airport employee who allegedly helped build the false waybill and gave insider information. He quit 3 months after the heist and moved to India. Amit Jalota, as indicated before, suspected of helping melt the gold. Ali Raza, suspected of being the one who physically melted the gold. Archit Grover, owner of the trucking company whose car was utilized in the theft. Parampil, another airport worker suspected of being involved. The aftermath. Despite catching some important individuals and discovering elements of the network, the stolen gold and cash have still not been recovered. Authorities suspect much of the gold has already been melted and some of it was transferred to Dubai, while the revenues were used to fuel gun smuggling operations. Meanwhile, the Swiss corporation and bank have launched a lawsuit against Air Canada, accusing them of carelessness. Air Canada answered that the counterfeit documents look totally real, and so, they cannot be held responsible. The crime remains under investigation, with some members of the gang still on the run. And there was the astonishing true story of the Toronto Airport gold heist, a case that startled all of Canada and is still being investigated to this day. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more real-life crime stories, mysteries, and strange happenings from around the world. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Speech balloon. Drop a comment below. What do you believe happened to the lost gold?